step in hockey coverage, so let me get to the goods. It's time for operation number 737 for the Renegades of Puck. That's right, show number 737 at this moment in hockey history. Nashville Pers currently find themselves in 5th place in the Central Division. They've skated in 73 games this season. They have an overall record of 37, 28, and 8, 82 points on the season. On the road, which is where their next game will take place, they have a record of 19, 14, and 4, 206 goals for 217 goals against. That's a goal differential of -11. Now let's update the Central Division standings as we sit at this moment. Minnesota Wild are in first place with 95 points. Colorado Avalanche in second with 94 points. Dallas Stars in third with 92 points. Then a drop off to fourth place Winnipeg with 85, and the Nashville Pers with 82. Then St. Louis is at 72. Little E for Arizona, little E for Chicago, and that E is creeping up on the St. Louis Blues now very quickly, and it's not that far behind the Nashville Pers, but the Pers are still very much alive in the wild card race. Seattle is number 1 in the wild card with 88 points. Winnipeg is number 2 with 85 points. Then the Nashville Pers sit 3 points back with 82 at this point in time. The Pers have skated in 1 less game than the Winnipeg Jets. Now listen, I mentioned the Nashville Pers' next game was going to take place on the road, and it is going to be against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Once the Nashville Pers wrap up this game against Pittsburgh, Saturday they'll be back home against the St. Louis Blues. On Monday, they'll be in Dallas to close out the regular season series against the Stars. On Tuesday, they'll be home against Vegas on the 6th of April versus Carolina Bridgestone Arena on the 8th of April at the Winnipeg Jets. Now, the Preds and the Penguins, they played one time already this season. You might remember it was back on February the 28th. Pittsburgh scored a 3-1 victory at Bridgestone Arena. It was Crosby, Zucker, and Rust each with a goal in the game. Jankowski scored the only goal for the Preds. UC Saros took the loss 31 out of 33 in that game, 1 goal empty net. Now, for the Nashville Pers, dealing with some injuries as they have been as of late. No real update. Yossi still listed as day-to-day. Forsberg is out. Duchesne is out. Carrier is still supposedly day-to-day. And Parson still also supposedly day-to-day, but they have been out for a significant amount of time. There are others that are out more long-term than that. That's affecting the immediate lineup for the Nashville Pers. Now, the Pittsburgh Penguins have an overall record of 36, 28, 10, 82 points, has them currently sitting in the second spot for the wild card in the Eastern Conference. Now, the Nashville Pers, Pittsburgh Penguins, with the same number of points, 82, but obviously, over in the Eastern Conference, the Pens able to squeak in at this point on home ice, the record of 20, 11, and 5, and a goal differential in the season of -4. So the Pens fighting to maintain their playoff position, while the Preds fighting to maintain in the playoff race going into this game. Let's take a look at the sample size of games for this Pittsburgh Penguins team. Let's go back and take a look at the most recent 5. It was on the 20th of March when they scored a 2-1 loss versus the Ottawa Senators on the 22nd of March, a 5-2 win at the Colorado Avalanche. On the 23rd, the next night, a 3-2 loss at Dallas. On the 25th of March, a 4-3 win versus the Washington Capitals. And most recently, a 7-4 loss at the Detroit Red Wings. It was DeSmith that got the start, took the loss, 18 out of 24 in this game. Now, taking a look at the NHL rankings, the matchup between these two teams, let's take a look at the goals for number 2.75 for the Nashville Pers. It's actually dropped a bit recently, down to 28th overall in their ranking league. While the Pittsburgh Penguins at 3.21, respectable number, right there in the middle of the pack at 16th in the goals against category. Nashville Pers lead in this category, 2.95 per game. That's 12th best in the league. While the Pittsburgh Penguins are giving up 3.22 per game, that is 18th overall in the NHL. In the shots for category, Nashville is generating 29.7 shots per game. That's 25th best in the league. In the shots for category for the Pittsburgh Penguins, they are 4th best overall in the NHL, 34.8 shots per game, and that does not feed very well into the Nashville Pers. Next stat, shots against, where the Nashville Pers are giving up 33.3 shots per game. That's 27th overall in the NHL. In the shots against category for the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're 20th overall in the NHL, giving up 33.2, so just 1/10 of a shot less than the Nashville Predators. When it comes to the special teams, it is going to be the Nashville Predators power play that is 26th rated in the NHL, 39 conversions on 224 opportunities, 17.4%, significantly behind where the Penguins are, pacing 15th overall in the league in the power play, 21.5% conversion rate, 54 out of 251 opportunities. When it comes to the penalty kill, the Nashville Predators have had an incredibly good penalty kill ever since around the All-Star break. 81.7% of their kill rate on the season. 11th overall, and the way the Preds are trending and pacing, they may finish in the top 10 in this particular metric. They've given up 45 power play goals against the season. The Pittsburgh Penguins penalty kill is the 17th rated PK in the league. They've given up 48 power play goals against. Their kill rate 79.2%. Now listen, when it comes to the individual stats, every team in the NHL has some high-skilled individuals. We always go over the top 5 and the anticipated goaltender matchup and statistics. Now, when it comes to this Pittsburgh Penguins team, it has been the same collection of names for so long now here at the top, and of course you're going to recognize every one of them. Crosby, 31 goals, 54 assists for 85 points on the season. Malkin, 25 goals and 50 assists for 75 points. Jake Gensel, 32 goals, 34 assists, 66 points. Ricard Raquel, 25 and 26 for 51. And Zucker, 24 and 24, 44 overall points. Now, Tristan Jarry in net, a record of 21, 10 and 6. Save percentage of 908, goals against 2.98. When it comes to the Nashville Predators individual statistics, so much of this now is out on the injured list. Roman Josi leads the team in scoring with 59 overall points, 18 goals, 41 assists. He's currently out of the lineup. Matt Duchene, 22 goals, leads the Nashville Predators, plus 34 assists, 56 points, currently out of the lineup. Philip Forsberg, 19 goals, 23 assists, 42 points, currently out of the lineup. Tommy Novak, 14 goals and 20 assists for 34 points, currently leads the Nashville Predators active skaters out there on the ice. Glass second in that regard at 12 and 18 for 30 citizens just behind him. UC Saros has a record of 29, 20 and 7, a 916 save percentage, a 2.77 goals against average. So for the Nashville Predators going for their 20th possible road win, and for UC Saros potentially going for his 30th win of the season. Highly impressive that the Nashville Predators have been able to accomplish either of those two things this season, considering the season has not exactly gone the way the Preds were hoping. But they have an opportunity to play a little bit of a spoiler role with the Pittsburgh Penguins while also keeping their playoff hopes very much alive. So the Nashville Predators looking to complete this 2-game road trip with a sweep. The Nashville Predators coming out of Boston, heading into Pittsburgh, looking to pick up their 3rd and 4th point of the road trip. We got to go find out exactly what happened right there. It's called the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap, and it's coming up next on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.